Hello, guys. Chaos Reality here. I have a new idea popped into my head. No, not really an idea, but a perspective. And it was about the definition of a friend and an enemy. You know, I think we humans have really diluted these two terms and bastardized them. I think we should look at things simply. Mm, What is a friend? A friend is someone who cares for you and looks after your well being. And in turn, you uh, look after him and his well being. Now, can you say that women are friends of men? Do they look after our well being? Do they care for us? I know that we men look after their well being and we care for them, but can we say, is this reciprocated? I can't. In fact, I can see that women are hostile to us and that they hate us and continuously they hurt us even. Now, in the animal kingdom, we're still animals, but a bit more complex than that. I'm talking like wildlife. That's what I'm referring to, animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, friends and enemies are easily defined. When you're hurt by something physically, that's an enemy, and you want to kill him, or at least, you don't have really good feelings about him, if you know what I mean. Uh, and a friend is someone who looks after your well being, you know. Now, even in the animal kingdom, even with herbivores, and even carnivores, they aren't really friendly with each other all the time. You know what I mean? But the definitions there of friend and enemies are easily defined. You hurt me, I hurt you, or the opposite. You look after my well-being, and I look after you. Easy peasy Japanese. But in our society, it seems it's just one way street, right? I mean, even with parents, I can say that for my parents, they feel like enemies. They aren't really friends, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they gave me food and water, but from my father, I just received, mockery and uh, mockery and uh, ridicule. And now he's trying to be nice, but it's not helping at all. And my mother, she wasn't really there, so I just remember the bad stuff from her, if you know what I mean. There wasn't really good stuff. I mean, she was either not in home or she didn't really, wasn't very good to me, to say the least. And I mean, we men are confused about our situation only because we dilute ourselves that we aren't hated. And you know how it is. We men hate each other's guts to, get the girl, and the girls hate us in return. You know, if you have to be with somebody, and they demand things from you, they aren't your friends at all. In fact, they are your enemies. And women are the natural enemies of men. The natural enemies of men. The only thing that, really uh, connects us is this really stupid idea of love, which, nobody can agree what that fucking means, and sex. That's the only thing that connects us. But is it a good connection? I'm trying to say. Because even the male mantis is attracted to the female mantis, but he gets his head eaten by the female mantis when he finishes off. And, even the lion in the pride, when he gets old and sick, is oftentimes kicked out or eaten by the lionesses, you know. So it doesn't seem like a good connection there, you know. And this, this whole situation with 80% of men are unattractive. I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of connecting, you know. It seems to me genuine connections aren't really a thing, or I should say, they're not just aren't a thing, they're lies. You know, that's how I feel on what I see. There aren't really any connections. It seems everything is transactional. You know, but it seems like our end of the transaction is too high. You know what I mean? Because we pay with our labor and our diluted thinking. Why we get married to some woman? I mean, marriage is really expensive, but what do we get out from it? Well, we get pussy, we get pussy. But isn't really that, right? It's praise. That's the word. We want praise from women. We want validation. We want validation from women. Because when we receive compliments and validation from women, we get hit in the head like crack addicts. And we men are crack addicts. Our biggest crack is female validation. That's our biggest crack. And we do everything to get it and keep getting it. The thing I'm trying to say is the price for this crack worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to work 40 to 60 hours a week just to receive you're a good boy? Is it worth it to kill each other in wars so women can say to us you were a good boy? Is it worthy? Not even worthy, but is it worth it to pay on dates that we know we probably won't get anything from it, just to receive I love you? Is it worth it? Is it really that worth it? Is it? Is it? You know, is it worth it? Is it worth it to feel depressed just because we don't have a woman saying to us we are a good boy? Is three words worth our lives? I love you. Is our life worth three words? Are we fighting our whole lives just for three words, man? Just for three words. To wait for some woman to say them. To say, I love you. And that's it. That's our life. Our life is to self improve, to status grind, to go into the marriage altar. It's an altar because we are the sacrifice, okay? It's a sacrificial altar, and you, man, we, men, are the sacrifice. You know, we are the sacrifice, and our reward is three words saying, I love you. If we can imagine it on a, on a board, from one side is spelled I love you, and there is a equalizer sign, and on the other side there is first 20 years education, next 20 years status grind, next 20 years keeping the girl, loneliness, war, depression, isolation, murder. Uh, I don't know, every fucking scheme you can imagine that was made to keep women around. Yeah, I've went crazy over the fact that we men are the worst sellouts. We don't even sell out for paradise. We're selling ourselves for three words, just to hear three words. Three words. Why are we so pathetic, man? Why are we so pathetic? Well, this is Chaos Reality, and I'm out.